What's up guys, welcome back to Fancy Goldfish Fanatics. Today we're going to be talking about the marine tank. Yes, the title and thumbnail is correct, so let's just get into the video. Hey Fanatics family, welcome back. As always, check out those links in the description down below. Make sure you check out our sponsors, Star Fisheries and Jimmy Goldfish USA. Today, as you can see by the title and thumbnail, we are getting rid of the marine tank as it is. It has been an absolute pleasure having it, but we are going to be doing something very special and getting some amazing fish for this new tank. So without further ado, I'm going to head over to the marine tank and talk a little bit more about it.
A few moments later.
So the time has come, the marine tank is going to be going and we are going to be changing it to an Oranda tank. Now this took a lot of deliberation and I was really umming and ahhing, what should I do? But at the end of the day, I really want to try the Oranda and I think it would be great for the channel. Absolutely awesome, huge tank. If you use that old rule of thumb, one fancy goldfish for the first 100 litres and one for every 40 litres additionally, which I feel is very old fashioned, but if you do use that rule, I think I can fit about 40 Oranda into this tank. However, that's definitely not going to be the case there. I'm not going to be stocking anywhere near that sort of number, but I think this is going to be a really impressive setup. Now obviously we have a tank full of marine fish, rock, corals, and I am going to be finding new homes for those. And by the end of this video, they will all have found their new homes and we will be having this tank empty and I will be starting to clean it out. And in the following episodes, I'll be showing you how I'm going to be setting this tank up ready for its new inhabitants. So, as you can see, the tank is completely full. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be aquascaping this for the new Oranda. I will, however, be keeping this black sand, but it's going to need a big clean to make sure I get any remnants of any marine bacteria, any critters, anything in there. It's going to have a real big clean, but we'll focus on that in the videos to come. So that is really it on this tank. I've really enjoyed it whilst I had it for the past 6 months or so. Really enjoyed keeping lots of different species of wrasse, which I hadn't had before, and quite a few new species of coral. Overall, I would have said this tank was a huge success and it far blew all of my expectations out of the water. The airlift system has done a phenomenal job and the skimmer is really starting to work quite well now, and I'm really happy with the output that it has started to produce. So now we are on to finding some new homes for the fish and corals, and I have a few in mind, but I will catch you in a minute when this tank is empty and we can talk a little bit more about the future plans. And just like that, the marine tank is completely empty. Only took a few seconds, but no, on a serious note, all of the fish and corals and the rock went to great homes. It actually went to about 3 or 4 different tanks. And a lot of you in the comments may be saying, wow, you didn't keep this tank for very long. All of that effort and time you put into it and you're just going to get rid of it that quickly. And yes, essentially, I really enjoyed setting the tank up, creating the whole aquascape, creating that whole biodiverse system, putting all the different invertebrates, the different fish, the different corals in, and I just really enjoyed the process and doing it on a very big scale. Also trying the new airlift filtration method, and overall I just really enjoyed it. But now it is time for a change, and a lot of you in the comments may disagree with that and say those fish are your pets, you should keep them, let them live out a long life. But if I did that, the channel may become a bit boring. The content is not that relevant for the marine tank, and I really do miss the goldfish, and I just have something always picking away at my mind saying you really need to try some Oranda, and this would be an absolutely fantastic tank for Oranda. I did buy this tank knowing it would be for fancy goldfish, however I just didn't know when that would be. But obviously that is going to be very soon. So I appreciate all the comments that are probably going to come at me saying you should have kept the tank, you're bad fish keeper for getting rid of it so quickly. But I need to create some new content, and I feel like the relevancy of the Oranda is going to provide so much different content and really help lift the channel up a bit. So as you'll notice, the tank is nearly empty. We have a huge amount of detritus on the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be siphoning all of this out. I'm going to be flushing it through with fresh water, giving it a real full clean down for the whole rest of today. So I've got many hours cleaning this tank. I'm probably going to get in the tank, get it all nice and clean, and I'm going to show you the actual process I do for that in the coming videos, and how we're going to get this tank prepared and set up for the Oranda that will be arriving hopefully in the next 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. We need to get the tank cycled, we need to make sure it's mature, we need to make sure we're testing for ammonia and nitrite, and make sure it is ready for our fancy goldfish. So that is really the end of this video. Not a very long video, but you can see the marine tank is no more. Everything was collected. We didn't lose a single fish. All of the invertebrates, crabs, shrimp were all accounted for, which was absolutely amazing. So we had no losses at all, and the fish and all of the inhabitants have gone to great loving homes. I think even one tank was 14 foot long, which is nearly double the size of this tank. So they've gone to some absolutely incredible homes, and I made sure they were all looked after and taken by genuine hobbyists as well. So now it is my job to clean this thing out and spend the rest of the day cleaning this, preparing it and getting it ready for our Oranda. So hopefully in the next video, or maybe the video after that, you will see how I will prepare the tank and get it ready for our new inhabitants. So as always, thank you all for watching. If you've got any questions, leave them down below. Hopefully I won't get too much hatred for shutting the marine tank down, but I think it's going to be really exciting getting it ready for its new goldfish inhabitants. So as always, thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up, and happy fish keeping.